Boss and Tiki trade talents. Tiki now leads an elite police organization, and Boss is now a dragon. Hot. Good day, good people. It's another fine day in the year of the Zenith Tunic. Dave. Anomaly, the Anomalocaris. You know me as the man who's one day closer to the main event of AV Mania. But to most of the United States, welcome back to another glorious episode, absolutely glorious episode of the Danganronpa Hunger Games. And do you know what today is? It's gonna be a deep pull this time. It is the anniversary of the first ever feature-length zombie film. So today we're celebrating zombies. We're celebrating the undead walking this earth, and it is unfortunate that it happened on a Thursday and not on Friday when we literally have zombies in play. But you know what? I thought to myself, here in Ortia, what could we do? And I said, let's take these tag teams. And let's get the teams that, you know what? The teams that, you know, if I crossed this person and they became a zombie, who would I most not want to see as a zombie? Who am I going to be like, well, I guess I'm about to be undead in a second or super dead in a second? I got them, and I got these teams right here. These are the teams that I would most likely not want to cross if they were zombified, starting with Grand Scheme, Kokichi, and Claude. The Mets, Nane Aichiaki, and Mizuki's super strength? Nope. I don't want none of that. Headphone vibing, Masaru, and Neku, mainly Neku. He's got some incredible powers. Brute force. No explanation needed. Sakura Mana. Do you remember Ryoko? Kind of mainly for Fred. Watching the world burn, Monokuma, the end. Friendly fisticuffs, the great Gozu Kuramada. United we fall, Kaito and Mitarai. Unhealthy obsessions, Kori, and I don't know why, but I feel like Tharja's gonna be probably the cause of the zombie apocalypse. Pinky and the Brain. Kotoko also could be the cause of a zombie apocalypse, here with Nagisa. Offspring of Chaos, Gundam, and Owain Sugar Daddies. Izuyoi, Karia, Concealed Blade, Sayaka, of the freaking variety. And Edelgard. Unhinged Commanders, Munakata, Dimitri, Broken Braids, Kyoko, and the Raiden Shogun. Accident prone. I've never seen a zombie. You know, maybe I have seen a zombie trip and fall down. You know, that's not too uncommon. But Mikan and Felicia are here to fit the bill. Alice in Wonderland, Usami, and Boss. Cause it's Boss time. Even though they have just lost their titles. Live to serve Ryoma and Noelle. Afraid of both of them, if I'm being completely honest. If they were zombified, detectives Keiji and Liko. Voice of the voiceless, Angie and Tiki. Pancake Palooza, Sato, mainly Maple. Nothing to report, Chisa and Mr. H, mainly Mr. H. I'd be concerned. Trapper and Trappy, Nagito and Setsuna. Titty Typhoon, Ibuki, Lumine. The Pancake Champion Junko, here with Shiki and Fashion Forward. Rock, Paper, Scissors has Shinyan and Jinsai Jack. Toko and Shincho. Book Club. Bug Hunters, Gonta and So, Minimimoto, and Nekamaru. Baked in Blood, Haruka and Reina. Samurai Woman, Pekko. Sarah. Ultimate Hopes, Makoto, Izuru. Legwork, Yui, Akane. Romance is Dead, Maki and Kaede. Maki, an assassin, has, you know, probably carries over as a zombie. And Kaede is already Asylum Akamatsu. Never forget. Soldier of Fortune, Mukuro and Shamir. Lacking Compassion, Monica Ranger. New Era, Marie. And Kibo. Boom and Gloom, Jotaro and Clee. And Deep Fried Chicken, Teru and La Senora, as well as promotion pending. Natsumi, Andy's Uzuki, and wait. Oh, that is satisfying. You know what else is satisfying? Spinning the wheel. And it is indeed something we have to do. Even though we just got our brand new champions. Where are they all the way at the top, Brute Force? Where are y'all? Look at y'all. With Tinko. They hold on to those tag team championships, and this late in the season, it's plausible that they will walk into the finale as champions. However, the Mets are gonna try and make that maybe not so maybe not a guarantee. Are you ready to see what unfolds? Because if y'all would click the button, there we go. In 3, 2, 1. It's hit at 5% before. So I'm not gonna say a word. I'm just gonna spin these wheels. Sakura, Mana, and Tenka. Hold on to those tag team titles. They just beat out Rock, Paper, Scissors. And I'll be frank, it was... I saw a lot of comments from last time. Comments like this one, that one, and that one. As we spin this wheel. They were like, you know what? I'm fine with either team. And some people were like, I can't even be mad at Brute Force because I love all 3 of their members, but... will they be forced to defend today? Only a 5% chance. Every time it just gets close at 5%. Now I'm like, will it though? We'll stop the recording. Order remains today. I just get so worried every time now. Ever since Kaito, I'm getting PTSD, but... Make your picks first, second, and third, and tell me which team, if they became zombies, you would not want to cross. If there was a team that is here today who became zombies, which team would you least want to confront as zombies? Which of these teams where if you saw them as zombies, you were like, well, guess I'll die? Make those in the comments. I will tell you mine as well as I pick first, second, and third. For first, give me Titty Typhoon. Ibuki wants tag team gold again. And I think she's gonna carry 2 people who have never held tag team gold with her. Give me Boom and Gloom. Klee. She's got her banner up. I think it's her time to... Is it still up? It should still be up today. Yeah, it's still up. It's absolutely still up. And for third, give me... Offspring of Chaos. Oh, wait. That's what I'm feeling today. Those are my 3 for today. However, which team am I most likely like? I don't want to cross them. I'm gonna say Legwork. I'm gonna say Legwork, and hear me out. They got strong legs, and they can run. And you know what? A fast zombie, I'm like, you know what? I got speed on zombies. If they can run fast, I'm gonna be quick work. I'm gonna be like, well, I guess I'm a goner. They got better stamina than me, and they're undead. Yikes. That's a big old yikes. But you know what's not a big old yikes starting this episode, and there's only one way to do that. And that is to... Oh. It's one of Asnir's children. Kim. This is Kim? Yeah, this is Kim. It's Kim right here. We rolled Kim one time. Remember we kept Kim right here. I was like, good job. What? You did what now? You stole Asnir's credit card? I didn't even know he did got a good credit score. Yeah, okay, you're like a great. What did you steal it for? Do the thing again? Okay. Whatever could it be? Oh. What is this? Oh, this is my Christmas bag. Oh, it's my Christmas. It was just Christmas in July. You and all of Asnir's children got me a Christmas in July gift to open right here. Well, I mean, we gotta open it, don't we? Hold on. What's in here? What is? Oh, that smells delightful. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna open it up, though. Oh, let's see. Oh. You didn't. It's a blanket and it's so soft. But that's not the point. It's got pancakes on them. Ah! Ah! We're rolling you today, Kim. You and Asnir's kids, y'all the real MVPs. Give it up for Kim. We'll toss her 2 good times, Kim. 2. What is this? I don't know what this. Is that a 6? That is a 6. That's a 6, you guys. Kim, you can stay up there again. Kim's best kid so far. Never forget. Ladies and gentlemen. Man, I don't know. Give me that blanket, man. I don't wear this. the whole rest of the episode. Give me this. Cozy too, man. Y'all pick great gifts. Kids these days. Good on y'all. All right, that's comfy, man. Hold on, I'm living my best life right now. This is real good. Hold on, oh man, that's nice. Oh, that's delightful. Okay, hold on. Let's actually resimulate 6 times though. I mean, not 1 time. Not there 2 times, not 3 times, not 4 times, not even 5 times, but for the coziest blanket I've ever had. Oh my goodness gracious. Ow! It's so good! We resimulate a truly phenomenal and truly fantastic 6 times. No titles on the line. Just a regular episode. And who will be the most fearsome zombie team today? Let's scroll down. We got 80 competitors, 40 teams, and 1 proceed as we start this bad boy. And as we do so, the Horn Bears, they are well on their way. You hear them marching, you hear them tuning, and now they are playing because Horn Bears, do your due diligence and please sound the horns. Man, this is real. Y'all don't even know. This ain't a bit. This is the most comfortable thing that I've held in a long time. Oh man, that feels nice. Hey, well, let's keep going though. Chisa argues with Monokuma. Sayaka was spacing out during the dice roll and wonders if it landed on a 1. Nope, that was a big ol' 6. Nana Achiaki rises into the arena on a flying bison. So shoots an arrow at Marie, but it misses and kills Lumine instead. Well, I did pick your team for first, so, let's keep going. Kaede plays all the Horn Bear instruments and wants it so awful that the Horn Bears team up, and they absolutely demolish Kaede! Oh, she dead. Oh, that's unfortunate. Hey, Sato can't remember who she is. Mana tries to help her remember. Korea enters the arena via skydiving. Unfortunately, his parachute didn't open and Karia falls on top of the Grey Gozu, killing them both. Akane takes a loaded shotgun, fires it at Azuru. He can see the pellets approaching in slow motion and dodges them all. That seems very Azuru. That was actually just luck. Reina runs away from the cornucopia. Pinky gets down on one knee and proposes to Kurumada. The two happily skip together. Oh, this is so comfortable. I can't get over it, but I will for the sake of the episode. And they skip away together, but apparently it's a double wedding because Jack proposes to Fred, and he says never fret, you bet, and they happily skip away together from the cornucopia. Monokuma comes on a rare mount, making Teruteru and Nagito jealous. Ryoma finds a wizard robe in the cornucopia and puts it on. Sakura runs away from the cornucopia. Angie and Shiki fall in love at first sight despite the circumstances. There's a lot of love in this bloodbath. Gonta runs away with a ladder and some rope. Mr. H runs away as well, but let me tell you, Monica, she was like, oh, my name hasn't been thrown out a whole lot. I need y'all to say my name. And you know what, Monica? We will say your name today. Where's a pen? I was so comfortable I didn't even get a pen. You hate to see it. Am I gonna have to write this in big old marker? I'm gonna have to write this in big old marker. That's gonna ruin the page. It's gonna ruin the page, but I'm gonna do it anyway. For you, Monica. In the World Pancake Championship match. And as we go on, we see Kokichi running away from the cornucopia. Nekamaru enters the game feeling a little under the weather, so Kibo and Setsuna actually comfort and take care of him. Good job, good on y'all. Owain runs away from the cornucopia. Keiji grabs a chainsaw. The end is a superhero while Corey's a supervillain. They've been arch nemesis since the year of the Aviator. Interesting. Very interesting. Mukuro scares Edelgard away from the cornucopia. Masaru runs away from the cornucopia. Noelle receives a vision of her dying brutally at the hands of Ryoko and Kyoko, because their names rhyme. As she sees them approaching, she's like, no thanks. Mitsurai enters a phone call in a phone booth and make a call, and the booth starts to rumble violently and launches it into space. Okay. Mitsurai, we gotta talk to my guy. Tiki clutches first aid kit and runs away. Maple bashes Munakata's head in with a mace. Tharja time travels in from a past game in her blue police call box. Usami runs away from the cornucopia. La Senora runs away. Claude spots his most prized possession amongst the supplies. He goes to grab it, but Sarah reaches it first. Mizuki and Kotoko fight for a bag. Kotoko gives up and retreats. Mizuki's got that strength. Junko runs away from the cornucopia. Shincho finds a huge rocket launcher. Liko runs away from the cornucopia. Nagisa is unable to convince the Raiden Shogun not to kill him. Toko and Gundam can bear the knives that they found in the supplies. Ranger comes in with a spoon, gets laughed at. Mukuro and Makoto were resurrected by the Lich King to kill other tributes, and they're dangerous for it. Mikan runs away, so does Peko. Minami Moto enters via skydiving but ends up crash landing and perishes. Ibuki finds Jotaro's corpse in the cornucopia. Well, who did that? Kaito runs away from the cornucopia. Yui kills Izui for his supplies. Natsumi grabs a chainsaw. Boss runs away. Neku argues with Monokuma. Shinyan runs away from the cornucopia. Klee finds a talking Komodo dragon into the cornucopia. The reptile says that she is Maki. Asnir placed a curse. Y'all gotta talk to your daddy about these Komodo curses. Kim, talk to him. You got good sense. She's gotta kiss her. Klee reluctantly obliges kissing Maki, turning her back to normal. Felicia explains to Monokuma that there's been a mistake. She's not supposed to be here. Shamir runs away from the cornucopia. Yep, that's me, Dimitri. You may be wondering why I just stepped on a landmine. Well, it all started back on the year of the Aviator. And he perished. We'll go on to day 1 as this action continues. Keiji and Maki split up to search for resources. Sakura wants me to give donuts a chance? Girl, I love donuts. Makoto's unknown sponsor is Asnir of the 39th Dimension. Ryoma decides to lend Avi a hand and kills a Komodo dragon that's loose in the arena. Really? Ryoma of the Entourage helping me out. I like that. I like that a lot. Seems like the Entourage is really falling apart these days, huh? Setsuna sees a completely pale Felicia washed ashore, revives her with CPR, but don't stop when she regains consciousness. Angie washes her hands in the river. Tiki spends a day ticket on Mana. Mukuro decides to support the squad! The squad! And this summons Pim Kazuichi to stab Mukuro like he did with Pablo. These battle scars just are not fading. Shinyan sets Toko on fire with the Molotovs. La Senora makes a poem for her tag team partner, Teru. Look at y'all bonding. Sato receives a vision of her dying at the hands of Genocide Jackson Klee. As she sees them approaching, she is unable to change her future and dies by their hands, actually. Maple, Pekka want to raise the bar. Actually, they are the bar. Kibo and Junko awkwardly kiss under the mistletoe. Sakura asks Pinky if she likes boats. Pinky's like, no. Mizuki advertises her fun gun to Kokichi. Kokichi's impressed and actually checks it out. Gundam is making Claude angry. Gundam's not gonna like Claude when he's angry. Sayaka confesses how much she has come to hate Azuru. Azuru runs away crying. Who would have thunk? Poor boy. Mikan feels that there's a duck watching her. Liko and Fred build a shelter together, but both of them have conflicting ideas on interior design. Usami panders to the audience. Akane is writing a Danganronpa rewrite where Noelle is the protagonist, Kyoko's the antagonist, and Nane Achiaki is the mastermind. That's kinda interesting. Get to writing, Akane! Ruka confesses how much she's come to hate Masaru. Masaru is like, the feeling's mutual. Marie and Kotoko work together to drown Owain, but he overpowers them and drowns them instead. Natsumi and Ranger want to raise the bar. Actually, they are the bar. Neko receives fresh fruit from a mysterious man dressed as a wizard. Reina works at Avi's, the best supermarket in the entire arena. Avi's wears and despairs and is sick and tired of so many people defecting Yoko's items of misfortune, so she burns it down. Huh. Luckily, Kaito, who works there, brought insurance just last week. Unfortunately, Gonta, Shamir, Monica, Yui, and Shiki all got burned alive. Reinik still considers that this is basically a win, I'll tell you what. Ibuki unleashes her final smash on Nekamaru and Edelgard. They both lose their final stock. Chisa confesses how much she's come to hate Tharja. Tharja runs away crying. Boss works at Yoko's. I hate that. Nagito's horrified when Kurumada goes to a job interview for Yoko's items and misfortunes don't do him, my guy. The end. This is about season 4. So is theorizing how best to counter Avi's jinxing. Kori, Monokuma, and Shincho get chased by a rampaging Ryoko. Mr. H finds a bow tie and puts it on because, well, bow ties are cool. And the Shogun decides to lend me a hand and kills a Komodo dragon that's loose in the arena. It sure feels good for you to do that, Raiden Shogun, but is it Fallen tributes or an arena event? It's Fallin tributes, what? Okay, more than a quarter of the competition gone though in a single day. As we hit a Claire de Lune 4. Lumine, Kaie De, Karia, the Great Gozu, Mitarai, Munakata, Nagisa, Minimoto, Totaro, Izioi, Dimitri, Mukuro, Toko, Sato, Marie, Kotoko, Gonta, Shamir, Monica, Yui, Shiki, Nekamaru, Edelgard. Shall we see everybody's statuses? I think we have to. The grand scheme, completely in Agents of Chaos, the Mets, they want to make sure they are in that championship match too. They were like, we can reign chaos all we want, but we want to be in the championship match too. Headphone vibing, Masaru and Neku still in. Brute Force completely in. In fact, the first 6 teams are all completely in. Good for them. Friendly Fisticuffs still have Kuromada, Kaito remains, Unhealthy Obsessions completely in. So are the Offspring of Chaos. Concealed Blade still have Sayaka. Broken Braids completely in, so is Accident Prone and Alice in Wonderland and Live to Serve. The Detectives completely in, and the Voice of the Voiceless. Pancake Palooza still has Maple, Nothing to Report's completely in, as well as the Trapper and the Trappy, Ibuki from Titty Typhoon, and Fashion Forward's Junko. All of Rock, Paper, Scissors, but Shincho remains for Book Club. So for the Bug Hunters, Baked in Blood's completely in, as well as Samurai Woman. And Ultimate Hopes, Legwork still has Akane, Romance is Dead still has Maki. Lacking Compassion has Ranger. New Era, Kibo. Bloom and Gloom, Klee. Deep Fried Chicken and Promotion Pending both still remain as we proceed on with the action. Let's go on, let's proceed, and we will see. Mikan and Liko, the rest of this event is not welcome in a school environment. Well, how could they? Ruka, Noel, Peko enter a scrum debate with La Senora, Jack, and Maki. They argue over who should be champion in the event of a tie. Teru starts a dance party. Shincho, Nane, Ashiaki, and Monokuma join, and a good time is had by all. Mr. H is bleeding out. Oh no! But thankfully he receives fresh blood from an unknown sponsor. Angie, Nagito, and Akane enter a scrum debate with Setsuna, Boss, and Maple. They argue over what will happen first, AV giving Waffles a chance or Kaito getting his first win. Well, ain't this something? Kaito's got his first win, but look at what's on these delightful blankets. Your answer is here! Get out of here with your waffles! Pancakes for life, baby! Unable to get a fire going, Kyoko, Kurumada, and Ranger are forced to huddle together for warmth. Fret receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Chisa loves all of the V3 survivors equally. Maki, Himiko, and Saki? Izuru. His obnoxious snoring renders Masaru, Kokichi, and Mizuki unable to sleep. Sakura gets a hold of my soundboard and plays the secret achievement music, which is a banger, so we'll let it slide. Ibuki relaxes by her fireplace. Claude runs into Avi's wares and despairs and jumps onto a giant Monokuma plushie, falls right asleep. Keiji receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. That's a lot of people in one event. Corey dyes his hair black. Okay. No! Oh gosh! Tiki quietly hums. Oh man! Ryoko Usami. The end. Neku Ryoma. Uzuki Sarah. Tharja, Raiden Shogun, Reina, and Shinyan are forced to vote on which one of them is a traitor, then have that traitor be executed. The end is voted as the traitor, and is turned to dust. Sad for the end, since he basically runs that part of the that part of the thing. So we'll proceed though. Klee passes out from exhaustion. Sayaka finds a sleeping soul on the ground, raises her hand, waves it in front of her face before dusting off her shoulder, falling and punching Soul right in the face. Kaito tucks Gundam in bed, gives him a goodnight kiss. Owain, Mana, and Felicia tell each other their pet peeves, Natsumi and Kibo stare into the crackling flames of their campfire, the thought of murder on their minds. Makoto stays awake all night, and Junko gets a hold of my soundboard and is killed for breaking the fourth wall. Well, Junko, you can't do that. You can't do that. But hopefully you're ready for Aven Mania. We will proceed and we will see day 2. Kokichi receives a bottle of poison from an unknown sponsor. Natsumi gets so absorbed in chasing a butterfly, she follows it right off a cliff. Gundam eats dirt. Delicious. Reina bashes Fred's head against a rock several times. Well, The Raiden Shogun holds Keiji's head underwater, but Keiji grabs her arm and pulls her into the lake too. Both tributes are unable to kill one another, so they both simply swim away. He stood up to the Raiden Shogun and lived. Pinky, Corey, and Kaito hold an intervention for my darts addiction. Well, darts in Persona 5 Royal, they're real fun. I wouldn't call it an addiction though, so I'm not gonna go to that. Angie sets up an ice cream shack, but nobody comes. Ibuki fishes. Maki raises Ranger's hopes and then dashes them quite expertly. Mana shares her pancakes with So. This act earns Mana entry into the World Pancake Championship Invitational, but she's not the only one because Mizuki wakes up and she's like, you know what I'm having for breakfast? Oh, I'm having pancakes, earning entry into the World Pancake Championship Invitational. We're getting close to that match now. We have 3 entries today. And this ain't over yet. Sakura confides in Kurumada, takes notes of he can exploit her later. How could you? Owain, Ryoma, Furuka, and Bo swim in a mystical lake hidden deep beneath the arena, whose mystical waters turn them all into chibi forms of themselves. Magic doesn't always have to be useful, but hey, it sure is cute. Kibo is confused by there's a pink Home Depot in the arena. Kyoko and Masu work together to toss snowballs, items into lava. How could you? Maple and Peko are sitting in a tree. Kassing. Tharda throws a discarded dumbbell into La Senora's head. Ryoko smells a rat. Neku finds a violin and begins to play it horribly to Akane's frustration. Nagito reminisces about season 1. Azuru doesn't believe in palindromes because they don't exist. Genocide Jack investigates around the school grounds looking for clues. Monokuma throws a knife in his Shincho's chest. Rest in peace to the water sword boy. Claude steals a tray of Clee's freshly baked cookies. How could you, Claude? Makoto and Shinyon build a shelter together, but both of them have conflicting ideas on interior design. Mr. H feels that there's a duck watching him. Usami hates how she acted in the past. How'd you act in the past, Usami? Something we don't know. Setsuna receives a bottle of poison from nose. I'm starting to headcanon that Usami did a bunch of horrible things in her past before becoming this bright and sunny school teacher. I think that's gonna be the headcanon for the series. It sure is. Saika overhears Felicia and Sarah talking in the distance. Teru and Nana and Chiaki relentlessly insult one another after getting into a bloody fight. Chisa gets drenched in honey sticky, and Tiki questions her sanity. We only lost 8 this time around, and as we hit a clear day loon for them. Mikan, Liko. The end. Junko, Natsumi, Fret, La Senora, and Shincho. We'll see everybody's status as we are down a total of 31? 31 of our 80. We're not even halfway through the competition yet. So we'll do a slow scroll. We didn't lose that many this time. A couple teams are now completely out, but we'll let that proceed music as we scroll down. A lot of teams still completely in though. An arena event. Anything could change that. A big event. There's so many things that could happen with so many people, but there's only one thing that we can do to find out what befalls these tributes, and that is to proceed right here, right now, as Genocide Jack, not Genocide Junk, not Genocide Junko. That's not inaccurate. Let's be honest. Passes out from exhaustion. Chisa and Kurumada vow to protect each other. Azura is gonna need a lot of therapy after this Hunger Games. He's gonna need a lot of therapy in general, let's be honest. The ultimate jinx, me, comments on how well Gundam is doing. Mizuki walks up to Gundam and says, "That's rough, buddy. Where in the world is Teru? Corey puts on a suave top hat. How fancy. Mizuki fends Tiki, Klee, and Setsuna away from her fire. Maki dyes her hair yellow. Okay. Maki is like a blonde? Interesting. Maple and Neku start prepping for Spooky Month by doing the spooky dance. Usami kills Sarah while she's sleeping. As Usami's like, I actively want to be a better person. She's like, this takes me back. That time I slaughtered so many in their sleep. I was a true villain. I didn't know what I was doing. Poor Usami. She's just out here doing terrible things. But she wants to become a better person. Ryoma gets bonked on the head. Felicia rushes in a fruit tree. Sakura shakes the tree violently to retrieve the fruit, but it also causes Felicia to fall to her death. That sounds about right. That's a Felicia way to go out. Ranger asks Monokuma to help him go to sleep. Monokuma suddenly lifts this doll onto his shoulders, dropping the head onto his knee. Ranger's out cold. accuses me of not being the real me. Impossible. Nana Achiaki attempts to sneak in the back rooms of Yoko's items and misfortunes, but gets seen by Noelle, an employee of the store. Don't like that. Don't do that. Mr. H and Maruka want cool nicknames similar to Odin Dark and Ophelia Dusk. Well, maybe you won't get them. Maybe you won't. Reina and Kokichi take some pictures of the Aurora Borealis before going to sleep for the night. Angie, Mana, and Keiji comment on what they find nice about one another in order to improve the mood. So, and Saiki get lost in the coldest part of the arena. Ibuki and Peko were sharing some 17th century sea shanties as the Raiden Shogun delivers an intense motivational speech to Claude and Shinyan about probably eternity or something. Boss and Thar just stare at each other through the crackling flames of their campfire, the thought of murder on their minds after repeatedly losing to Akane in chess. Kaito tosses the game board and you lost to I gotta admit, watching these two play chess sounds infuriating. It sounds infuriating. Or maybe entertaining, maybe both. Masaru adopts Ryoko as his child. How, son? Masaru. How? Oh wait. Kibo and Makoto look for more people to become friends with. Nagito is an international super spy as we proceed. It is day 3 and Noelle sees smoke rise in the distance but decides not to investigate. Usami wants to be a stepping stone for everyone else. Neku sits down and says, let's have a talk. Boss and Tiki trade talents. Tiki now leads an elite police organization and Boss is now a dragon. Hot. Mana panders to the audience. Asnir has named one of his children after Akane. Keiji pimp slaps Genocide Jack right off of a cliff. Mr. H, Ryoko, and Ranger hold an intervention for my darts addiction. I don't have one. I just think darts are fun. Ryoma, his unknown sponsor is Asnir of the 39th Dimension. Pinky starts to go insane. Avi, me comments on how well Claude is doing. Klee watches as Claude accepts his fate and walks right off of a cliff. Shinya, Peko have a picnic on a cliff, nothing goes wrong. Surprisingly, Kurumada throws some sand in the eyes of Owain, causing him to go temporarily blind for the rest of the game. Aww, Kore! Don't you dare be sour. Clap for your world-famous tag team champs and feel the power. It's brute force. Yes, it is. Kokichi receives a gift from a secret admirers, a box of chocolates. Starter can't wait to kill Sayaka this game. While she's down there, Sayaka, Sakura, and So hold an intervention for my pancake addiction. I show up, but I don't pay attention to anything they're saying because this blanket's just too darn comfortable. It's too cozy. They're like, AG, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just snuggling with this blanket right here. It's so good, I tell you what. Angie becomes spherical. Spherical ball, Angie? Oh gosh, that's cursed. It's cursed. Nagito, the Shogun, Zuru, Ruka, and Kyoko look for more people to kill. Monokuma dyes his hair gold. Sway. Monokuma. Your fur? Which half? Who knows? Kaito's going crazy, me too. Setsuna mistakes the year of the Zenith for the year of the Ascent and is promptly killed for it. Chisa works at Yoko's items of misfortune, which happens to be hiring. Nana Itaki is horrified when Masaru goes to a job interview for it, causing her to kill him. That seems a little excessive, Nana Itaki, but I'll allow it. Makoto, Ibuki, Kibo, and Reina play cards, and Maki, Maple. Oh, I see what's going on. Masaru, you're jealous of my Employee of the Month, Nagisa, and you want to be an Employee of the Month somewhere else. Well, let me tell you, it's not happening because you're doomed right now, my guy. Maki, Maple, Teruteru, Mizuki, Raid Gundam's Camp All Use Hunting. We didn't lose that many people. We only lost 6, even less this round, as we had a Claire de Lune 4. Sarah, Felicia, Jack, Claude, Setsuna, Masaru. Picking everybody's statuses, we'd still have like 43. I was gonna say, we're not even at the halfway point. So you know what? Slow scrolling. You see everybody who's left. You know who you're rooting for. You know if you picked well or if you picked cruddy. Let's see what unfolds. Let's see what happens. Let's do what we do best and let us proceed with the action. It is day 3, night 3 rather. Maple is like, you know what? I'm tired of people not dying too much. And she says, hey, Nat 20 on intimidation, giving Sakura, Pinky, and Ryoma immediate heart attacks. Kyoko starts to question her sanity, and Mizuki's also tired of people not going to get a lot of KOs, so she's like, you know what? I'm feeling violent today as an agent of chaos, and says, things are probably about to go a little crazy. Ruka starts a factory that starts mass producing mistletoe. Is that a threat? Tiki gets bonked on the head. Cleve fires a truth bullet at Kibo and exposes his lies. Usami cuts off both of Chisa's arms. Akane does a quick prayer to Atu before going to bed for the night. So hops into an inflatable cauldron to make jokes about how he's emergency food. He might have a problem. To build each other's trust, Tharja and Maki decide to do trust falls. In the very first instance, Tharja steps aside, letting Maki fall to the ground. Noelle finds a sleeping Peko, hits her with the 5-knuckle shuffle, punching her right in the face. To build each other's trust, Boss and Reina do trust falls as well. Boss steps aside and lets Reina fall to the ground. Reina swears revenge. To build a lot of trust falls today. In fact, Kaito steps aside and lets Keiji fall down. There's a lot of trust falls, and none of them are trusting. Corey looks at the nighttime sky. Mr. H and Kokichi get into a heated argument. Mr. H has had enough of Kokichi's crap and takes him out for it. Buki confesses her love for Monokuma. Monokuma lovingly embraces her, accepting the confession. Interesting. Angie, Makoto, Teru look for more people to become friends with. Mana etches a sketch in a tree. Nana Yashiaki takes it as a threat. Gundam refuses to leave. An injured Kurumada's side. Kotoko introduces Ryoko to her long-lost twin, Kotoka. Nagio decapitates Sayaka with a sword. That's absolutely glorious, my friend. Owen walks barefoot across a carpet of Legos, going against all logic and reason. He powers through the pain, reaches the other side. Shinyan is unable to convince Azuru not to kill her. Rest in peace to the rock of rock, paper, scissors. The Raiden Shogun is in the house. Neku unknowingly eats toxic berries and Ranger grabs Kokichi by the throat, but he's already dead. Why are you grabbing a corpse by the throat? We'll proceed and we see day 4. Kaito's not crying, he's sweating from his eyes. Usami reminisces about the year of the ascent. Nagito actually blurts out the fact that he likes Monokuma in a non-platonic way. Monokuma's like, I just accepted Ibuki's confession, but you? Ew. Affection. Takes out Nagito. On a scale of 1 to 10, AV, how much do you like Akane? I'll give her a 6.5. She's a good sister. 7 in fact, because she's like Famiglia. Ohana means family, and family means if we bully your family, we will beat you to a pulp. Corey tends to Kibo's wounds. After buying all the knives and AV's words in despair, Ruka throws them at Mr. H and Ryoko, stabbing them through the heart. Ibuki makes a dirt statue. Chisa knocks the head over, so Ibuki decapitates Chisa and uses her head instead. Maki and Tharja awkwardly kiss under the mistletoe, so suddenly exclaims, not the Komodos, for every reason in particular. You know, we can keep going with that. Teru wonders if Nagito has Nagito insurance. You better hope so, because he just perished. Mizuki, Makoto, Owain hold an intervention for my pancake addiction. You're trying to take away my pancakes? Perish. And that's they do. Kyoko's leg gets caught in a bear trap as Zuru gets a sickening smile and repeatedly punches Kyoko to death while she is incapacitated. Reina is working on a Danganronpa remake in which Ranger's the protagonist, Mana's the antagonist, and Nana Yachiaki's the Nana Yachiaki's 2 times now? 2 times the mastermind? You want to tell us something? You trying to tell us something? Mastermind of the Mets, maybe? It's all about the Mets, baby. Noelle creates her own superhero identity and enlists the Raiden Shogun as her sidekick. Oh, my Noelle does slap. Maybe Raiden Shogun is the sidekick when they're on the same team, I'll tell you what. Boss begs for Tiki to kill her. She refuses, keeping Boss alive because they switched talents earlier. Maple wants a nickname similar to sharpshooting, steel-minded big sister Sarah. Gundam finds Shuichi sad and puts it on. Peko gets her leg caught in a trap. Cleve blows her up. Angie is trying to overthrow me, fails miserably, and is murdered by a frantic AV as a result. I don't think we've ever seen this variant of that, actually. Well, whoops! I did it again! Kurumada receives a gift from a secret admirer. It's a box of chocolates. Will proceed. It is 18 Fallin tributes. We know what song was playing, and it was much more than the last 2 rounds. In fact, it was more than the last 2 rounds combined. It was nearly a quarter of the competition in a single day, without an arena event or the bloodbath. And thus I say, it's a Claire de Lune 4. Sakura, Izuki, Ryoma, Keiji, Kokichi, Sayaka, Shinyan, Neku, Nagito, Mr. H, Ryoko, Chisa, Mizuki, Makoto, Owain, Kyoko, Peko, Angie. See everybody's statuses We'll do a control F. We have 25 now. We had 43 before. That adds up. 25 remain just over a standard size game. The Mastermind, Nane Chiaki. That's what we're calling her now, if we're being completely honest, because she masterminded twice in this episode. Mana. Our champion wants that fan vote for you guys watching the world burn with Monokuma. Friendly fisticuff style of Kurumada. Kaito's trying to pick up a second win. Could he do it? Possibility. Unhealthy obsessions. Corey's in the house with Tharja. Both of them still in. Good for them. Offspring of Chaos still have Gundam. Broken Braids, the Raiden Shogun, wants a fan vote for you guys as well. Alice in Wonderland completely in wants a fan vote. Live to Serve actually could get you guys a fan vote as well for Noel. Voice of the Voiceless has Tiki. Could it be Tiki time? Pancake Palooza still has Maple. Titty Typhoon still has Ibuki. That was my pick. I shouldn't have said anything just now, actually. They're doomed. Bug Hunters have So. Baked in Blood with Ruruka and Reina. Ultimate Hopes have Azuru. Legwork with Akane. Romance is Dead with Maki. Lacking Compassion with a Ranger. New Era has Kibo. Boom and Gloom with Klee. And Deep Fried Chicken with Teru Teru leads us to proceed with the action. 25. Come in. One leaves. Going on to the finale, we will proceed and we will see. Tiki passing out from exhaustion at the start of Night 4. Reina steals Azuru's first kiss. Ruka shouts from afar, is that a JoJo reference? Kaito tucks Usami into bed, gives her a goodnight kiss. Mana tries to enter the secret underground casino located in the arena, but gets turned away by the bouncer, so stays awake all night. Monokuma's unknown sponsor is me? Do I sense some bias here? Well, Junko's a part of the squad. She controls Monokuma. So yeah! Kurumada makes a banquet for the Shogun and Tharja. They both love the food. Kibo and Boss huddle together for warmth. I don't know if Kibo's exactly warm, but you know what? Machinery parts he might be. Teru Teru challenges Maki to a dance-off. Maki absolutely dominates. Really? Who would've thunk? Corey tries to enter the casino as well, gets turned away by the bouncer. Maple wakes up from a nightmare where she's falling to death, only to realize she's falling to death in real life too after Noel throws her off of a cliff to build each other's trust. So many trust falls. As the mastermind steps away and lets Ibuki fall to the ground, Akane asks Klee to help her go to sleep. Klee's out here lifting Akane onto her little shoulders and then hits her with a big old knee. And then Gundam fires a truth bullet at Ranger. It exposes his lies. We'll proceed now to day 5. Kaito and Ibuki want to raise the bar. Actually, they are the bar. Azuru is forcing Kurumada to kill Ruko or Nane Chiaki, but the mastermind dies. A Monokuma unit corners and mauls our champion. Rest in peace. Boss, Noel, and Teru Teru get into a fight. Teru Teru triumphantly kills them both. Y'all don't count out Teru Teru, cause he could win this one too. Don't count that man's out. So finds a bow tie, puts it on because, well, bow ties are cool. Tharja spears Ranger in the abdomen. Usami confides in Akane. Akane takes notes so she can exploit her later. Maki strangles Monokuma with a rope. Rest in peace. Bullying a Klee. Not cool, Gundam. Not cool at all. The Raiden Shogun uses slash kill on Reina. Tiki drinks cactus juice and starts to hallucinate. Corey plants flowers around his campsite, and Kibo wishes for immortality and is promptly executed for... I'm sorry, disqualified for cheating. Not executed. We don't do that. We don't do that. We lost. Oh! Oh my. Well, we don't have a song for this one, do we? What songs do we have on here? Let's play. Let's play this one. Haven't played in a while. As the class is all plugged into a VR game, Kaito breaks the rule and is punished in-game by Monokuma, falls into a coma in real life, and subsequently perishes. Klee glitches out and falls to the world, never wakes up. Maki enjoys the game. Ruka exploits a game bug, strangling So with toilet paper. He suffocates in real life. Gundam exploits a game bug too, strangling Azuru with toilet paper, suffocates in real life. Usami's like, I'm enjoying this game. Tiki solves the mystery of the Neo World program, so does Tharja. Teru Teru enjoys the game. Corey solves the mystery of the Neo World program. The Shogun glitches out and falls into the game world, never wakes up. Kurumada helps Akane plug in, but accidentally plugs in the wires wrong. Akane's brain is leaking out of her nose. Ibuki, my pick, breaks a rule, punished in-game by Monokuma, falls into a coma in real life, subsequently dies. We proceed. We lost 16. of our remaining 25. That sounds like it might be time for you to make some new picks after this. Claire de Lune 4. Maple, the Mastermind. Mono, Boss. Noel, Ranger. Monokuma, Reina, Kibo, Kaito, Klee, Cell, Izuru, the Raiden Shogun, Akane, Ibuki. Well, you know what? There's 9 people left? There's 9 people left. Y'all might need some new picks, and I'm gonna give them to you. I'm oh so generous, so I'm gonna give you some bread. Kim, you wanna give them some new picks? What kind of picks do you wanna give them? Oh, you said some saving grace picks. Friendly fisticuffs for Red Team remain with Kurumada. 2 members of Red Team as well for unhealthy obsessions, Corey and Tharja. Corey has a history of taking out his partner. Will he do it in the final 9? Hopefully not. Let's see if he can win this one. Offspring of Chaos Gundam. They were so close to gold very recently until the 2 of these gentlemen really grinded my gears in that championship match, but have they turned over a new leaf and they're about to cash in a victory again. Alice in Wonderland for the fan vote. Usami and her dark past could lead to a bright future winning this game and earning you guys a very rare fan vote and tag team action with so many teams. Voice of the voiceless Tiki. Will it be Tiki time today? It's a possibility for Red Team. Right now, it's a strong favor of Red Team as we keep on going down, but Baked in Blood is trying to bake in blue. Ruka is here as well for Blue Team. Romance is Dead has Maki for Blue Team as well. Don't count her out because me and Maki, do you know where we go? We go, I think a little ways back there. Oh no, not just a little ways back. We go way back. Teru Teru remains, and once again, as we've learned, do not count out Teru Teru. In a moment's notice, Teru Teru can be like, oh, you said there's a spot open at a championship match, don't mind if I do. Can Teru Teru start this season holding the championship by retaining and end this season by winning the tag team titles? I'm not sure, but make those saving grace picks now. I'm gonna make them as well. You make them in the comments, you reply to your comments, you comment on your comment, you do what you gotta do to make those comments, those saving grace picks known. I got Gundam for first. Gundam for first. Tiki for second because, oh, I would love to see it be in Tiki time. And then for third, give me Ruruka. I think she's always a sleeper pick, so I don't want to leave her out of my saving grace picks. I think she's a sleeper pick. I don't know if she's gonna get the job done, but I do think it's time we find out if she does. Cause it's your final 9. And with Kurumada, Corey, Tharja, Gundam, Usami, Tiki, Ruruka, Maki, and Teru Teru. They're all caught, standing tall, standing proudly, their hearts racing, beating with the same speed and the same steely determination as that of a samurai woman. Let's do this, let's proceed, and we will see. Night 5 begins. As Teru Teru latches onto Usami's back and blows himself up to try and protect Maki, the attack works and Usami's blown to smithereens. Whoa, crazy. You were really trying to protect Maki. I respect that, thank you. Tiki does a quick prayer to Atua before going to bed for the night. Gundam eats a sandwich to fully restore his health. Ruka gets a hold of my soundboard within the hour she struck for playing copyrighted music. Corey submits an application to join the squad. Tharja helps mail the application. Look at this team bonding. Who would have thunk? Kurumada sets a few more traps before returning to camp for the night. Is it time for the feast? It's time for the... No, it's not, shockingly enough. Okay. I'm usually so confident, but this time it just didn't happen. Corey offers to sell his friendship to Tiki. Tharja chases Ruka around with a mace. Gundam receives a gift from a secret admirer. It's a box of chocolates. Kurumada plants flowers around his campsite. Maki finds Shuichi's head and puts it on. We proceed. We lost 2. Teru Teru took her out because he was like, I can't let Usami and her bad past ruin Maki. It is a terrible, terrible turnabout for Teru Teru, Usami. You hate to see it, but That leaves us down to 7, and it's still Samurai Woman time, surprisingly enough, isn't it? Kurumada for friendly fisticuffs. Unhealthy Obsession still have Tharja and Cory. Offspring of Chaos has Gundam. Voice of the Voiceless has Tiki. Baked in Blood has Haruka. Romance is Dead has Maki. I believe it is 4v... Yes, it is 4v3 in terms of red versus blue. But let's see what happens. Let's see what unfolds. When we proceed, it's your final 7, and it is Night 6. Cory challenges me? In Battleship? Cory sinks my battleship? How could he? Gundam! Tharja and Haruka play a game of Monopoly. Gundam loses all of his properties and flips the game board over. Maki misses her planned meeting with Kurumada. Now the sad feeling in her chest. And Tiki's in the house. Cory's not gonna like that. He's right there. He's like, oh, sights targeted. Next target acquired. It is day 7. Surprisingly, no feast. AV forces Kurumada to work at My Supermarket, the arena, the best supermarket in the entire arena. AV swears and despairs as a cashier after it becomes seemingly understaffed. Tharja and Tiki think this is a great opportunity to score some free food from him. Rations, as they say. Cory questions Maki's sanity. Haruka kills Gundam, then revives him as an undead minion. We didn't lose a single soul as we proceed. It is day 7. Cory and Kurumada get lost in the coldest part of the arena. Gundam, another trust fall! Maki does nothing and watches Gundam fall on his back. Tiki challenges Tharja to a dance-off. Tharja absolutely dominates, and it's now our final 6 as Haruka dies from hunger in these Hunger Games. It is not the feast again! We about to not have the feast? We might not have the feast, I'm shocked! Tiki tries to sneak attack Kurumada. Kurumada catches on and runs away. Tharja gets drenched in honey. Maki places a bomb next to her over to explode some fish. Cory suddenly exclaims, not the Komodos, for every reason in particular, and Gundam catches the spread disease and starts posing dramatically. Do we have the feast? It's no feast. In fact, it's just a terrible turnabout for her. Haruka. No feast, really. It's your final 6. Blue team cannot sweep. Red team will earn points today. Red team has a good chance of sweeping today. Right now it's 2 for blue, 4 for red, and still Samurai Woman. I'm shocked that this last few is going on like it is. It is a 1 in 3 chance that Unhealthy Obsessions win this match, but we will proceed. Let's go on and let's see what unfolds. It is the start of night 6. Tharja can't really decide whether Maki should live or die. Cory catches Kurumada off guard and kills him. Tiki dies from an infection, and Gundam bleeds out due to untreated injuries. It's Tharja and Cory versus Maki! It is Tharja and Cory versus Maki! We'll proceed. And now it's just 2. Maki puts cat ears on Cory. He's so embarrassed that he actually dies. Tharja's unknown sponsor is Asner of the 39th dimension. It is Maki versus Tharja. After this shocking turnaround, it's a terrible turnabout for Kurumada, Tiki, Gundam, Cory. It could have all ended right there. It could have really all ended at a moment's notice. Everyone was gone except for Unhealthy Obsessions and Maki, but now it's just Tharja and Maki. It's the final 2, and I have to ask you guys just one question. And what is that question? Oh, I'll tell you what that question is. We didn't have the feast. That's crazy. That's wild. But that question is just who will it be? Tharja? Maki. Me and Maki, we go way back. And with Kaede and Joe, former tag team champion Joe, former inaugural tag team champion Kaede, Maki, also a former tag team champion. That team is full of tag team champions. Can they win today? Or run it back? Tharja with Cory and Kanan. She has not had her breakout moment in this series. Some people never do. Could this be her day? For Unhealthy Obsessions and for Red Team, Tharja. For Romance is Dead, for Kaede, for Joe, for Blue Team, Maki. Who will it be? Tharja? Maki. Romance is Dead, Unhealthy Obsessions. It's your final two, and one will stand atop this pyramid and walk out, securing a spot in the tag team finale, and that team will be Tharja, as Maki is unable to convince Tharja not to kill her. She did it. Unable to convince this woman that, ooh, you can't convince her. Not today. Ladies, gentlemen, she did it. For her team, they came out on top, and we will proceed, and we can say with certainty that your winner. She and Corey really went the distance. Carrying on for Kanan. For Kanan, it is Tharja, it is Corey. For Unhealthy Obsessions and for Red Team, your winners. Unhealthy Obsessions. One more time. Tharja takes the win. Alright, Tharja. I'ma say it. You done good, especially for the numbers. You've made it just a 9-point game, which once again, as we know, is a sweep. So if Red Team sweeps tomorrow, we have ourselves a tie game, and it would be like literally none of the past even mattered. We'd start off, it'd be like starting off 0-0 with a couple of games left. I'm excited. Good job to Unhealthy Obsessions. Corey and Tharja in the top 3. Maki at 2nd place, so close for Romance is Dead. Gundam in 4th, Tiki in 5th, Kurumada 6th, Ruka 7th, Usami 8th, Teru 9th, and rounding off your top 10, Ibuki. And that's it. That's it. We'll do a slow scroll through everybody else. And once we do that, I'm going to bring up the winner's bracket. Wait for it. Wait for it. You know I gotta bring it up. I gotta. I know you want me to. And I'm gonna answer your wishes. I'm gonna answer your wishes like they were Christmas wishes. And I'm gonna say, hey, bring up that winner's bracket. Unhealthy Obsessions take the win, and they get onto that bracket, which is slow. Not slowly, it's very quickly, very rapidly coming to a close. In fact, this is the last tag team. Well, not technically the last tag team, since OC Tag Team Action returns this Sunday. Get hyped for it. The last non-OC Tag Team Action in July. We're entering August, the greatest month of all. It's not. Okay, look, I say it's the greatest month of all time because that's my birth month. That Wednesday, the first Wednesday in August. That's me. That's all me. But that's not the point. We got 112 to 103. Both teams have now entered triple digits, and it is just a sweep game left. And with singles action this Friday, and with tag team OC action this Sunday, it is literally anybody's game. The landscape could change in a moment's notice, and you know both of those are an Orteal. Those totems are more likely to come up in Orteal, and we don't know what will unfold then. Hope you guys are excited. I know I am. Stay classy. Well, no. We still gotta proceed through a couple more things. I'll tell you what. We had So taking out Lumine at the start, but it all ended with Maki being unable to convince Tharja not to kill her. She was like, no thanks. I told you she was going to be ruling over the zombie apocalypse, and she proved it today for Unhealthy Obsessions. Congratulations to her. Reina had 6 KOs though. She had a game. She did. Baked in Blood, they were real close. They were close. They were at 6th place, they were 6th. Maple had 4, had a good game. Teru had 4 as well. We all thought Teru was going to be there. We thought he was going to be the one. Ibuki, Ruka, Tharja all had 3. Everyone else with 2 or less. Unhealthy Obsessions, that's our big winning team. Congratulations to them. And thanks to Tharja and Corey, both from Red Team, If we went just by teams, it would be the top spot for red team, but then the next two spots for blue. But because we go by singular people, Tharja and Corey both earned points for red team. Good job for them. They closed the gap. They made it a literally a one-game thing. And if chaos reigns on either of those episodes, a singles episode this Friday or tag team episode for the OCs on Sunday, oh my. Oh my. Things could go down. Points can go crazy. It is literally anybody's game at this point. It's so late in the season, it's still anybody's game, and I'm glad that it came to that point. I'm glad that it's at that point. We'll go back to the reaping. Good job. Unhealthy Obsessions, and they're so close to Brute Force, they're so close to those titles right now, they can almost taste them, but they're gonna have to wait, potentially they're gonna have to wait until the tag team finale, but they know they have their shot, and that's what really matters. Congratulations to Tharja, had her breakout moment, she won this game. Congratulations to Corey and Kana on going with her. And congratulations to you guys for making it through this episode. Stay classy until tomorrow's singles episode. Toodaloo, Flight Crew. Thanks for watching. Oh, and boy, this is so delightful. Oh, it's so comfy, I'll tell you what. Yeah, thanks for watching.